Toby Muresianu!
Well, it's great to be here on the Hi Tonight Show. I think I'm just going to tell my parents I was on the Tonight Show. They'll be like, the Tonight Show? I'll be like, a Tonight Show. They'll be like, was it indoors? I'll be like, mostly. Cool. It's good to be here. I have to make a confession to you guys right off the bat. I actually had to stop smoking weed recently. Sorry. Because it made me paranoid. Like when I was high, I felt like everyone knew that I was high. Mostly because I told them. People would be like, good morning. I'd be like, you got me. I am so stoned right now. I don't know where I am. I can't understand a word you're saying to me. And I'm just like, all right, here's your new driver's license. I couldn't even keep it a secret if I wasn't there in person. Like, this is me answering the phone when I'm stoned. Hey, what's up, man? Not much. What are you up to later? Oh, it was a text message. Every time. It's good to be here in California, though, as always. I think California is like, especially LA, very fancy place. I always see like fancy cars, like Ferraris. I get really excited that I'll see a celebrity. But that's never who drives those cars. It's always just like a dumpy middle-aged guy. I don't get it. Why would you spend $250 grand on a car that makes people disappointed to see you? There's all these like billboards in Hollywood for like ultra premium vodkas that are revolutionizing the flavor. I'm going to take a controversial stand. Guys, I don't think vodka tastes good. Yeah. You know how... Watch your mouth. I'll prove it to you. You can improve vodka as much as you want. It'll never taste as good as juice. You know? You take a $100 bottle of vodka and a $3 bottle of juice. You mix them together. People will say, oh my god, this tastes amazing. You can't even taste the vodka. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fine if you like, you know, vodka, beer, whatever. But the only reason it's popular is because it has drugs in it, right? Like, do you know how good O'Doul's tastes? Exactly, no one does. It doesn't matter. My friends are always like, you gotta try this IPA, it's extra hoppy. Why didn't we invent the word hoppy when the word shitty was already there? That's all I'm saying. I was talking about Trump. You know how they usually take pictures of presidents before and after their term to show you how much they've aged? I think after Trump's term, he will look exactly the same. And everyone in America will look 20 years older. I don't know why it's taking him so long to build a wall. I mean, the day he was elected, he repaired a glass ceiling. I don't think Mexico's going to pay for the wall, you know. I think they'll pay for the tunnel. Oh man. People say the country is so divided, you know, but I was actually in rural Washington the other week and I was performing at the show and I could tell it was going to be a very divided crowd. There were like guys in like camo jackets there, I think. There's like, you know, people in like, there's like VW buses in the parking lot with lots of hippie stickers on it. But then, you know, I went up and I just did my material about how, you know, I'm kind of a moderate. I tried to see both sides. And it was amazing how quickly everyone agreed I sucked. So maybe there's something up, I don't know. He was talking about the trade war. It's true. Trump was really angry that China was screwing us over on steel imports, so he decided to put tariffs on Canada. Not sure why that makes sense. I think if you want to make tariffs make sense, you have to put them on something only that country produces. Like in China's case, the finger traps. That's how you gotta do it. It annoys me that politicians always want to protect these old-timey industries like steel and coal mining and stuff like that. You know how many people in America still work in steel manufacturing? 9,000. We probably have more people who work at the Olive Garden. Yes. And at least carbs are a growing source of energy. You know, actually, I wanted to do my homework, so I looked up the stats after this. You know how many people work at the Olive Garden in America? How many? 90,000. You know who couldn't believe that? My coworkers at the Olive Garden. It's crazy. So yeah. You know, a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world nowadays. But, you know, the world, by a lot of measures, let's not forget, is doing pretty good. You know, people have a longer life expectancy, a higher standard of living than at any point in history globally, you know. But we're humans. We judge things relatively. As soon as our standard of living goes up, we get angry about smaller things. To the point where people online will be like, what's the world coming to? Cardi B's everywhere. It's like, hey, remember we used to burn people for witchcraft? People like, the Kardashians are famous and they did nothing to deserve it. It's like, we used to call those people king. Parents are like, oh, it's so hard to meet people nowadays. I'm like, I know, you gotta download a whole app. I want to show you 3,000 matches sorted algorithmically by compatibility and distance. It's a jungle. I mean, it just takes so much courage to put yourself out there, but with a fake username and your 3 greatest photos. And what happened to the good old days when you just married your cousin? I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes it feels harder to meet the right person nowadays, but I think it's just because as soon as we have more options, our standards go up, because we judge people relatively. Even if you see someone in a group, how attractive you think they are is based on the people around them. Like, if I'm around a bunch of unattractive people, I look attractive. If I'm around a bunch of incredibly attractive people, we all look the same. Alright, thank you guys for your time. Have a good one.